And so the time has come. It seems that we have some information in regards to the next set that is due to be released in July, Dusk Till Dawn. Let's see whether or not all the predictions are correct and what new things we can see inside this supplemental set. Welcome on in, Dragon Folk. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I know I am. My name is Alex, and some of you may not be subscribed to the channel. It seems a good portion of our views are all done by people who are not subscribed, so if you wouldn't mind just hitting that little subscribe button for me. As a matter of fact, just give it a little smooch. It'll certainly help the channel out a lot, and I certainly appreciate it more than you will ever know. So, this Pro Tour weekend, we got a lot of awesome information in regards to Dusk Till Dawn. We already had a small leak about it recently, which I made a short about, in regards to what the set is going to entail. Essentially being more about this light and shadow kind of concept in the Flesh and Blood world. But little did we know that this is actually going to be part 2 in a trilogy in regards to sets that are for the War of the Monarch storyline. Monarch was a big set that got a lot of players into Flesh and Blood, a lot more than back when Welcome to Wraith first came out, and even Arcane Rising. Monarch was a big stepping stone for Flesh and Blood and for LSS in regards to making new talents, which is you had never seen a talent hero before Monarch, so it was pretty cool to see. So for the release of Dusk Till Dawn, the pre-release section, which is normally done much like if you were a part of the Outsiders drafts, your pre-release is normally done in a sealed format where you get 6 packs and you make a deck out of those packs, and then you go ahead and play against people in your LGS or your pre-release event for the winning position. Now, what's super cool about that, though, is the fact that even though Dusk Till Dawn is a supplemental set, they're still doing something special for pre-release, in which they are doing a draft for Monarch. So they are bringing back Monarch to be drafted during pre-releases. So if you guys missed out on pre-release drafts for Monarch back when it first released, you can kind of get a better feel for them now. And more importantly, for the professional players who are playing the game, Monarch Draft is actually going to be the draft portion of the Road to Nationals, or the Nationals, I should say, event that is happening later on this year. So Monarch Draft is certainly going to be a very, very big thing. A lot of people who have not been a part of that framework before are going to look into kind of getting better at, right? I, for one, think I would love to draft that. It seemed like such an amazing set out of just all the boxes I've opened myself, and I really want to check that out and see what that's like. But enough about that. Let's talk about Dusk Till Dawn again, right? We're going to get into Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dawn, we have a lot of things confirmed here now that it is the end of the Pro Tour. There is an article that is in the link down below if you wanted to go ahead and check that out. But what we have is we have a new Prism. So Prism, being a hero that was originally in Classic Constructed and is still available to be played in Blitz and any other young hero formats, Prism was a very, very competitive, very powerful hero in the Classic Constructed world, and so powerful, in fact, that it hit Living Legend, now no longer being able to be played in that format. But we have some good news. Not only is there a new Prism, a new young Prism that is coming out in Dusk Till Dawn, called Prism Advent of Thrones, we are also now getting a new adult Prism that will be introduced to us on June 30th. Which is Prism Awakener of Soul. So we're very curious to see what that's like. Obviously, I'll throw up her young version here to kind of show you guys what she looks like. The art's absolutely gorgeous. I already have the art as a phone background on my phone. The art in Flesh and Blood never seems to miss at all, and I think this is definitely one of the most beautiful pieces I've seen in Flesh and Blood's history, obviously done by the fantastic Livia Prima. Now, something to note about Prism is the fact that she has 16 life in her young form, which means that she'll have 32 life in her adult form. Now, 32 life Illusionist certainly seems pretty crazy. The lowest we see that in a hero is actually Kano being at 30 life. So it's very, very crazy to see how low her health pool is going to be. And it really makes me wonder what her hero power is and what her deck is planning to do, how they're planning to balance out a hero like Prism Awakener of Soul. But, of course, we cannot have a Light Illusionist without a Shadow Runeblade. We did also have a teaser that there would be a new Shadow Runeblade for this set, and we got what we wanted. A new Shadow Runeblade by the name of, not Chain, Vincent. Vincent is a new Shadow Runeblade that we're getting in Dusk Till Dawn, and their young version at 20 life, meaning their adult version will probably at 40 if they have an adult version that comes out in this set. That has not quite been confirmed yet, but we will learn more and more as preview season happens right around June 30th. Now, the cool thing about Vincent is that they mentioned this quote here that I'll kind of show you guys and let you know what that's all about. Vincent brings a new interpretation of the forbidden arts to gaming tables. Her ability to manifest dark arcana by rune gating it through the dimensional rift serves the monastery in their quest to extinguish the light of soul, returning Wraith to a blank canvas of darkness from which it can be rebuilt in the uncorrupted vision of the monastery. So I'm not sure how much that is going to tie into how they work. Maybe they are going to quite literally be doing that exact same thing. I'm not sure if that's what Chain considered rift gating, being able to use your blood debt options to take things from the banished zone and bring them back to be able to be played. But we can only see later on during the year. So just hang tight. June, right around like the end of June, is probably going to be the best time for us to learn more and more about the heroes themselves. But we also got another spoiler in the ways of looking at the marvels for this set. One of these marvels is none other than Bellona Archangel of War. Bellona Archangel of War is much like Soraya, the Archangel of Knowledge, in which you now have two archangels that have an ally ability to them. Now, the cool thing about Soraya is that Soraya is Light Illusionist, but if you want to look at Bellona here, Bellona is only light. So this is an ally not only for Prism, but also for Bolton. So it's a very interesting thing to look into. I'm very curious to see how this is all going to work. I'm curious to see if the other heralds are available inside this set. And I got to say, the cards look absolutely gorgeous, but I am certain there is more spice to this set that we don't even know. So we'll keep on giving you guys updates as we go on, but this is what we've got here for the marvels, I believe, of the set, as well as any other special things. But again, stay tuned to the channel. You'll learn more here. Now on to the final, probably the most exciting part as a collector about this set in Dusk Till Dawn. This is something that is truly amazing, and I figured we were only going to go here through in a matter of time, but it is not something I'm very upset about, right? What we have in Dusk Till Dawn are 10 Prism Sculptor of Arclights, the original hero from Monarch, and 10 Chain Bound by Shadow hero cards that are in Dusk Till Dawn. Both of these heroes are living legend already in Classic Constructed, and they are originally from Monarch. But in Dusk Till Dawn, you will find 10 of each somewhere in random booster packs that are cold foil, serialized, hand-drawn artist sketches from Livia Prima, who originally drew Prism, and Federico Musetti, who did Chain, right? Believe it or not, Federico Musetti also did the art for Vincent, and Livia Prima did it for Prism Advent of Thrones. So they have their heroes that they do their art for, and it's, again, super gorgeous. But the addition of serialized cards in Dusk Till Dawn is very, very collector heavy. I think this is something that is very well done, and you hear a lot about this in Magic, where Magic talks about how, oh yeah, we've got X out of 500 serialized cards, and there's 60 of them available in a set, so you're going to get one of them out of some weight, like as long as you're buying these super expensive collector's packs. But with Dusk Till Dawn, you're paying the regular price that you would for pretty much any other fresh set off the printer, and you still have a chance. Everyone has a chance. Well, I would say everybody has a chance, but unfortunately, you're only able to find these for Europe, North America, and Brazil regions of the world. So it's going to be kind of sad for people over in the Asia Pacific side of things, but overall, I think that this is going to be a very, very cool thing for collectors. With there only ever being 10, I think that this is a wild, wild thing. It's going to be very hard to find. I'm sure the print run is pretty decent. And to find 10, I mean, once we know that there are 10 in circulation, we're pretty much done, right? And the cool thing is that they're doing this a lot different, again, like Magic the Gathering, right? Magic the Gathering, they have the same art on 3 different variants, except one of those variants is a small little stamp on it that says X out of 500. Whereas here, you have a completely different art, practically an artist proof in one of these packs that is serialized and going to be worth a ton in collector value. So I think Dusk Till Dawn is going to be a set that is going to be an absolute banger. I don't have any I don't think anything in the set is going to be not worth it. I think you get a bunch of extra stuff. You know, it's a supplemental set, so you get a bunch of stuff for a bunch of different heroes. But I think even though it focuses mostly on the light and shadow side of things in the Flesh and Blood universe, you are also going to get some other goodies in there as the set unveils itself during preview season. James White also, during the keynote speech, had even spoken about the fact that a Dorinthia specialization is going to be printed in Dusk Till Dawn. So, Dorinthia fans, you're going to love this. I think you are. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this set. And I cannot wait to possibly open a bit of it for you. But also, I can't wait to draft Monarch at my locals to be able to get a chance at opening some of these packs and playing along with my friends and just enjoying the game of Flesh and Blood. This is Flesh and Blood's 10th set in the series. And to do that, they did a lot of stuff. They really went all out. A lot of people did not expect Flesh and Blood to get this far. But here they are, succeeding as per usual, with a very, very successful Pro Tour in the rearview mirror. I cannot wait to see how everything pans out for Flesh and Blood. And I cannot believe that I have the honor of being a content creator for such a fantastic game such as this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Let me know what you guys thought about Dusk Till Dawn in the comments down below. And while you're down there, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well if you have not already. I am Alex, and I will see you all very soon. All right, nerd out.